Excellent.
Yeah, boy.
We got this. All right, cool. All right, so we got Rocket here from JRI, and Rocket is a friend of mine. We linked up in Darwin when I was up in Darwin for work, working with survivors of institutional child abuse. I have known Rocket for quite a few years now. She's done some really cool stuff. She has lived experience like myself after being incarcerated, been in the prison system. She's working for a really cool organization called Justice Reform Initiative. And actually, funnily enough, I was on her show last week. They're currently doing a webinar series, which I was luckily enough invited onto. Rocket was the host. So I wanted to just introduce Rocket. How are you, Rocket?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Very good.
I'm raring to go, mate. My blood's pumping.
Yeah, sorry, I had some technical difficulties at the start of this Zoom, so we made it. So yeah, just got a few questions for you today, mate, and you're welcome to delve into them as much as you like. Um, so first question is, what do you think could help to keep kids out of the criminal justice system?
um, I think kids need stuff to do. Um, I also think kids need diversion programs and kids need strong adults in their lives. Without all the above, we can't expect our youth to thrive. Um, yeah, they need stuff to do that's entertaining, not like gammon stuff to do. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, I think there's so many different ways you could answer that question. Um, but I think it all starts really at home and with the support kids have. Kids do need love, they need support, and they need to feel like they're a part of the community. Um, and I guess at the moment, um, there are a lot of kids who are in trouble and stuff, but they don't really have any good influences to look up to. So yeah, if we could get these kids some support, some love, and you know, all kids need love to thrive. But yeah, 100% just need, yeah, all of what I just said.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. Maybe just to give the people who are listening, or I'm not too sure if we're going to put this into whatever format we put it into, just so maybe if we could give us a little backdrop of your history of the criminal justice system, and a little bit about
Yeah,
you,
sure.
where you live, who your mob is,
What my hobbies?
who your mob is.
Oh, yeah. My mom is Noongar mob, but grown up with Waka Waka mob. Um, I've been in and out of jail since I was 2 weeks after my 18th birthday. I last was released in 2019. Um, my offending's always been around drugs and possession and supply of drugs. Um, but yeah, I now work for the Justice Reform Initiative. I'm a campaign and advocate coordinator up here in Darwin, and I've bloody loved my job. Yeah, as part of my job, I speak to the media a lot. And that's what I've been doing today, speaking about prison conditions in jails up here. But yeah, so yeah, I'm Rocket Butter. And yeah, that's me. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's great. Excellent. Probably should have started with that.
Yeah. But we can't do everything by the book or how people think we should do it.
Exactly. Yeah, mine's jump all over the place. Mine does anyway. Um, what program should kids be provided instead of incarceration?
um I really think that programs like bush mob and stuff, getting kids on country and getting some strong supportive adults around them. But yeah, definitely on country, give them like what's that? Back on track. Back on track in New South Wales. I think it's bloody amazing what they do with the kids. They take them out, they do farm work and everything, all the kids that are mucking up. And they take them out to give them like this 3 month or 6 month program where they're building fences, they're earning some money, they're doing work, they're building up a work ethic and like just get them to have a little bit of pride in their everyday life and stuff. I think jail should be an absolute last resort. Jail only makes people want to go back in there. I mean, if you've been to jail, then you more likely to be going back to jail. Once you hit that criminal justice system, you might as well stay. You're there for the rest of your life because that's
Yeah.
how it goes. So if we can stop the kids going in there and put them out to work, bush mob, put them around animals and stuff, give them a purpose. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that Back on Track. It's a great program from what I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I think there's some documentaries and stuff like that out on YouTube if anyone wanted to have a look at that Back on Track. Were they in like Tamworth or Armidale, somewhere down that
Yeah.
way?
Yep.
What are the major factors going through kids getting caught up in the criminal justice system?
What are the what?
Major
Major
factors.
factors
Yeah.
of what?
Like kids getting caught up in the criminal justice system.
Kids? That'd be a major factor.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Crime? I'm not sure. I don't really understand the question too much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, well, yeah, my interpretation of my own question is, there is factors that sort of, you know, like for myself, I grew up visiting prison systems, having jail phone
Yeah.
calls. My mates are in jail. So it all become normalized for me. So if there's kids
Yeah.
growing up with people who they look up to, or even their parents, you know,
Yeah.
they're around it, they're in housing commission, there's a lot of
Yeah.
other
Well, yeah. I guess the social and economical factors are the biggest. I mean, if we look at the statistics and the numbers, everything points to the low social economic people who are the ones that end up in jail. Not really from the rich end of town, you know what I'm saying? They're all from the poor end of town. Um, they've had a parent in jail before, then they're more likely to be in contact with the criminal justice system, with the legal system. Yeah, so I guess the contributing factors would be, what parents you got, really, where you were born, what parents you got, how much money your parents earn.
Mm,
Um, because I think we all know that, poverty and crime go hand in hand. And yeah, you don't go and see all the rich kids going to get done for crime and crap, do we? Or if you do, their parents pay a good lawyer to get them out. Whereas young Aboriginal children, I guess they're the most vulnerable in our community and the most susceptible to you know police contact. Yeah,
yes. Yeah, I
did I
agree.
answer?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, does JRI, Justice Reform Initiative, have much to do with recidivism around youth?
Also, at the moment, I'm working with some kids who are in the bail supported accommodation up here. We're
Okay.
running a t-shirt competition, trying to get the kids involved in that to win $500. Oh, I don't know how much actually. I just said 500. Maybe it's 500. Maybe it's 300. Who knows? We're just waiting for the lawyers to get back to us about the competition. But yeah. So I go in every Friday and talk to the kids uh, the supported bail accommodation, which has been
Hmm.
great. Um, and we're going to enter into a like a like a couch surfing race to raise awareness of homelessness for youth as well. Um, so yeah, I guess we our justice reform initiative's aim is to reduce incarceration by 50% by 2030. create a world where disadvantage is no longer met with a default criminal justice system response. So, we're not just targeting youth or adults, we're across the whole board.
Yeah, love that. His institutions definitely don't discriminate, do they, mate?
No.
No. Can you let me know about that? Can you let me know more about that program? What is it, the bail house program? What is that?
Supported bail accommodation it is.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
when they get released from Don Dale,
Yeah.
they can go to this supported bail accommodation
Okay.
with an ankle monitor on. And it's, instead of being in jail, it's a lot better than jail. All the kids like it.
Hmm.
Kids reckon I'm one of their favorite programs that goes in there, because I take in lollies and
Hmm.
soft drink or sugar free. But yeah, they go to school and stuff while they're there. Yeah.
They're all proud of their jewelry, aren't they?
Yeah, they love their little
Funny.
yeah, they're cool dudes.
Yeah, that's cool, mate. So you're running a prize. Is that through the Justice Reform Initiative, or did
Oh,
you say something about
yeah,
Rocket?
well, we are running a competition, but it's only for the NT. Yeah, and we haven't got legal sign off on it yet, so we haven't started it yet, but we will be starting it soon.
Yeah, let me know.
Look,
I'll
look
be
out for the flyer.
yeah, I'll be keen to chip in for the fellas for sure. I'd love to
Oh,
share.
you want to support it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, great. We're looking for some supporters. If anyone else wants to jump on board with some prizes or anything, let me know what you can chip in, mate. And that'd be fucking grouse.
Yeah, excellent. No, for sure. I'll hit you up after this.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
also too, congratulations on getting your blue card. You got that late last year or towards the end of last year?
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
did.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so
did.
that's really good.
Yeah, it took nearly 2 years to get that. Something I'm really proud of.
Mm,
Can't believe 2 years, 9 really written support letters from upstanding people in the community, and a lot of time and a lot of freaking patience. Something that I'm not normally known for, but yeah, here we are. Woo, woo, I can work with children legally, and not have the world think that I'm a naughty person who can't go near kids. It's a really good feeling. Yeah, yeah, it's really good. Love it.
great, mate. Yeah,
Thanks.
so good. So now that you have your blue card, what would you like to do with kids to stop them offending?
Um, well, yeah, it's been great so that I could go in and start to talk to the kids and just be an older role model for them.
Mm,
I've been through what some of them are going through. I've been through youth homelessness. I've been through domestic and family violence. I've been through all sorts of stuff, and I want to be a beacon of hope for these kids. So hopefully they can see me, and see that I have come out the other side of addiction and family violence, and all that sort of stuff. If I can be a beacon of hope for just one kid, that'll be enough. I just want kids to know that, we do recover, and, you're not stuck in that life forever. Um, you know, crime doesn't pay, as they were to say, but yeah, I just really want to do as much as I can with the kids to try and show them that there is a better way, rather than going to jail and committing crimes and just being a little dickhead.
yeah. No, that's great. That's great that you're up there being an advocate for the young people that have
Yeah.
had bad circumstances in their lives. So there is a one final question that I wanted to ask, and it's a pretty big thing in the Northern Territory, and I think it's a pretty big thing around Australia, but there's maybe not that much awareness around it just because the NT is so isolated from the rest of the broader Australia. So some issues that are happening in the NT might be as bad or worse as issues happening in, places in New South Wales. But because it's so far away, you don't always hear about them. And I was living up there for 6 months, and that is the case. There is issues up there that, you know, if it was happening in a bigger city or in a more built up area, people would know more about it. And I feel like, you know, Dondale Youth Detention Centre has had a lot of issues. You know, it's been named, it's had its own, I don't know if it was a royal commission, but it definitely had a commission that happened around that. It's been named in the Royal Commission into Institutional Child
Yeah.
Abuse. I just wanted to ask, what do you know about Dondale?
Mate, I know that Dondale, that we should close Dondale. You know, Dondale is a it's the old adult jail. I'd done time back there in 2014. And it was a hellhole then. I got thrown in Seg over in B block, which is the roughest block. And that's, you know, they putting little kids in there now. And when I went in there was like feces on the walls, and like there was a dripping tap that just dripped all freaking night. There was a light that just flashed on and off all night. You know, that's the definition of torture. And then I think they've spent a little bit of money on it, and, you know, painted it up, but like roll of shit in glitter, it's still a fucking shit. Oh, I swear. It's still a shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll that shit in glitter all you want, mate, but it's still a shit. We should have you know, a lot. I just think putting children into an adult's jail is only going to set them up for future harms. I know of kids that have been abused in there, and, you know, were tear gassed, and all sorts of things have happened to these young children. Kids being forced to eat bird poo, and kids getting egged on to fight each other for the guards' entertainment. It's not good enough. It's not good enough that we treat these children this way, and then we expect them. Oh, I'm gonna cry. And then we expect them to come out and be contributing members of society. How can we treat our youth like this and sleep at night? How the fuck can we treat youth like this and sleep at night? It's not fair. It's not fair on the children. Yeah, it's not fair on the children at all. You know, Dondale should be closed immediately. Ken Middlebrook was the commissioner of corrections at the time, and he said that the Berrima adult prison was fit for a bulldozer. And then next minute they're going and putting little kids in there. That's not fair on the kids. Shut Dondale. Closed Dondale. Closed Dondale. Closed Dondale.
Closed
That's
Dondale.
my thoughts. Yeah, that's my thoughts on Dondale, bro.
Yeah. When I was in Northern Territory living up there a couple of years ago, me and Rocket went to NAIDOC Day in Darwin. I don't know if we done the march together, but I think we met afterwards, and they had like a sort of a couple of ceremonies, and there was all tents and stuff set up around the place. And me and Rocket got a few t-shirts on that day. That, I think they were closed on Dale t-shirts with the slogan on there. That is, I don't know if is JRI's slogan "Jailing is failing." So yeah,
Yeah, it
that
is.
jailing is
That's our
failing.
campaign name.
That's your campaign name. Yeah. So if you want to have a look at any of the JRI stuff, I'm sure that it will be attached to this post. But if you look up jailing
Yeah.
is failing.
Jailing is failing. Get one of these shirts, jump on the website, get one of these shirts. Or you can grab a tote bag. Yours is in the mail, by the way, I think, Jacob.
Excellent. That's
Yeah.
great. And just like a little plug for yourself, if anyone ever wanted to reach out to you or search you up on any social media or get in contact with you, what is the best way to get in contact with you to have you on?
Yeah, it's just Rocket Bretherton. Or you can get my email, rocket@justicereforminitiative.org.au, and send me an email, or yeah, on any of the socials, Rocket Bretherton. You'll probably see a photo of me and my dog, or maybe me and my girlfriend, one of the two. But yeah, get in contact. Yeah.
All right. No worries, mate. I'll just stop this recording.